All right, guys, Bearded Redneck. I get asked this question over and over, so I figured I'd just take a little time and we'll go through some of the products now, and maybe we'll go through some more on another time if we don't get them done. But let's start out first with the signature face. What in the world is on this redneck's face? It is Hardy face paint. And the reason is it's simple. I don't react to it or break out. It doesn't smear, and it's easy to come off also. And my wife doesn't question if I've been in her makeup or not. So Hardy face paint's on the face. We'll just kind of go through some of the stuff here. Let's start right here. Now, you know I love my dart and bow, but in a nutshell, why do I love my dart and bow? I shoot a Dart and Spectra E, and I do it for a reason. It's the smoothest shooting bow that I've found in the industry right now, and it meets all my needs. So I use a Dart and Spectra E because if I need to draw back laying down like this for an antelope or a mule deer on the prairie, I can do that, sit up, contort and turn, and I can do everything I need to do and have the confidence in my shot out of a smooth shooting bow. So that's why I shoot a Darton. Now also, to incorporate in with that is this guy right here. This is a steady form. It's another anchor point. It helps you with consistent form. Look, all it does is touch my forearm. You incorporate that where you draw back with your release as your anchor point, and your kisser button, or what else we incorporate. This thing helps immensely on steadiness and to keep good form for long shots. And also if you're shooting up or down a hill or across a hill up or down, you would be surprised how much a steady form helps. So I have a steady form on there. We have a good quality custom string, and we'll get more into who the string is, the manufacturer, but I can tell you this. Most people shoot a 452X. This is a material they call Bloodline. And the claim to fame is you don't ever have to wax it. So we'll talk more about the string later, but let's look at some other stuff on here. Oh my goodness. We have this sight right here. What in the world is this sight right here? This is a CBE, which stands for Custom Bow Equipment. This is the Hybrid Engage 5-pin adjustable. And I absolutely, this thing, when it's dialed in, is money. One of the things that I love about this sight the most is it's got metal interchangeable sight tapes. So if you change your application as far as your arrow weight, or you change who's using the sight, or you go to a different bow, you don't have that sticker that you have to figure out and put on there. This is an actual tape. And so far, in everything that I've used it for, I have not found an application where it doesn't work. And it actually surprises me. And it's on good. So that's why I use the CBE Hybrid Engage sight. Now right here, and the sticker's upside down, but it's because I don't have my knuckle on right now. But this is a wick stick stabilizer. And the reason I got this is, you know, I was intrigued by it. I watched them for a while, and I was impressed by the craftsmanship. This one here has a wrap on it. Otherwise, you can have a carbon look, and you can match the color of your weights of what you want. Now, this is the other kind of cool thing that's going on here. Where's my back bar? I don't have a back bar. Now the reason I don't have a back bar is look at this right here. See my tight spot quiver? Now it fits tight on the bow, but it's also kicked back, and it also stands as a back bar. So you never take your quiver off. So when I'm out stalking and I leave my backpack and there went my quiver, none of that no more, because now it's part of the arsenal. It's made to stay on the bow. It's the back bar also. That's pretty awesome. Right here, you can see Vapor Trail. This is a Gen 7 Vapor Trail drop away rest. This right here is limb driven. We absolutely love this rest. Now there is a Gen 7X now, which is a micro adjustable. We haven't put it on our bow yet. Why? Because this one simply works so good. Why mess with it? That's just kind of, you know, I don't want to mess with it, but that's why. But I'm sure you'll be seeing the X also on here. Drop away rest. Now to where the money happens, guys. You know, this is the part that I get messed with. The arrow. What is the bearded redneck shooting for an arrow? This right here is a Cirrus Apollo. It's a .204 inside diameter. Now, Cirrus also makes a Vulcan, which is a .245 inside diameter, and they also make a crossbow bolt called the Phoenix. Cirrus Archery, the reason that we jumped on these guys is because they're great guys. They love what they're doing, but not importantly that, they also have one heck of a product. They have a carbon modular weaved arrow. And for anybody that knows those, it makes durability, it makes strength, it makes accuracy also. And for instance, with these Apollos, 0.001 tolerance, and they stick to it. These guys are very serious about their business with that. I never knew what shooting a dart was until I started shooting this combination right here with the Cirrus Apollo with an ethics component on the end. I mean, look at this. This is my field point, and it looks like a missile, guys. Now, you want to see the business of my hunting arrow. My hunting arrow is a Cirrus Apollo. Correct. We got to have a light up knock on there. There's our light up knock. Now, our light up knock is a glory knock. Why? Because they're simple. You don't need a tool. You know, when you see everybody digging into their light up knocks to turn them off, these simply have a button right on them, and I can show you here. You put them right in, hit the button, and they're off. They're easy and they're simple, and I need all the help I can get out in the woods. So we're using a glory knock on here. We got a Cirrus Apollo with our ethics component, and then we have this bad boy to top it off. And I have been totally excited about this right here. This right here is the fixed blade Zeus, and it's called Aries. They come in 100 and 125 grain. It's a fixed 1.25" blade with 7/8" bleeders. And look, this is the 125. Look at that crown tip. Now, we've already shot some stuff with these, and we are having trouble keeping our mouth shut with the videos that are going to go on TV, but it's absolutely amazing what these things are doing. You want a good quality broadhead. The tolerances in this ferro where these blades go through, I mean, just the way that this thing is hungry. Zeus broadheads, they have a lot of different sizes. You got everything all the way up to you big FOC guys that are shooting heavy FOC. We have 200 grain heavy metal, and also it comes in 175. We also have the Aries, which is the fixed blade that comes in 125 and 100. And also, of course, the bread and butter, the original Zeus that comes in 100 grain and 125 also. And I will be packing my quiver full of the 125 grain original Zeus also this hunting season. So now you got the broadheads. Let's see, what's some other things that we incorporate in? You can see the bow, a good scent. Now there's scent cover up and there's scent eliminator. You want a good scent eliminator, such as this one here. Scent elimination. Get rid of it. Don't cover it up because they could still find it. That's what my neck brain thinks, but I don't know. You guys tell me. Another thing that we're incorporating this year is this stuff right here, buck scents. This is an attractant scent that goes in a thermocell. And you can hang this from a tree to attract game in. It's got anything from corn to peanut butter, I think persimmon. There's a few different options to go with, but you put it in your thermocell and it actually is a scent that attracts them in. This also, we're going to be incorporating some into our arsenal. Now, of course, we get our critter. What are we going to need? We're going to need something. And this is my biggest advice to everybody that says, what knife should I get or what knife do you use in the outdoors? I would say hands down, if you have to buy one knife, buy this one right here. And this is the Outdoor Edge Swing Blade. This knife will do everything. I chop pelvises and everything. Don't do that. You could hurt yourself bad. But I've abused this knife. And look how come I can. Look how stout that blade is. The thickness. It's one piece, but it flips around. You got the skinning side, which is really nice because it's blunt. And you helps a guy like me not smell poo-poo from the guts when I'm going through skinning my critter. Very good to have here, very stout, very easy. And this side right here, the money maker on this swing blade. This knife, if you were gonna have one knife, I'd say get the swing blade. Now there is other options we use, and we'll show you another one of those quick. We do a lot of stuff on the western side of the Dakotas since we fell in love with it, obviously. We do a lot of far-in, hike-in, spike camps. We're hunting antelope. We're hunting mule deer. We're hunting whitetails way out on some of that big land that we were able to hunt. You'll want something that's light like this. This is called the Wild Light by Outdoor Edge. And this pack right here is light. You can throw it in your backpack, and you could quarter out your game when you're out there hunting, when you got to pack out and you got to take pictures out there and you're quartering it out or you're cutting up your trophy. This has got everything you need. It even comes with rubber gloves. This right here, the Wild Light. Check this out by Outdoor Edge if you do some western hunting. That's some of the stuff that's in our arsenal. Let's see what's something else I can think of. Right here is my release. Now I like to use a trigger release that's hooked to my arm, and I like to do that hunting. Why? Because it still gets me in the boom. I pulled the trigger and I'm shooting. I'm hunting. I don't know. It's in my head. You guys tell me what you use for a release, but I use the Scott's Archery Shark. Why? Because I have confidence with it. It's simple and it works when it needs to. So that's what I use. That's a few things. We'll explain some other stuff in another video here, guys. We're even going to be using one of these this year. And that's because of you guys hounding me for not using a harness in the tree. And we'll also explain some other things, like what camo we're using and why. Well, thanks for watching, and let me know what you're putting in your arsenal for this hunting season. But also, let me know who's just as excited as I am for the upcoming hunting season, and hopefully we can make some memories. Till next time, you guys have a good one.